Hey everybody, and welcome to a little unboxing video and review video of the XP Pen Magic Notepad. And that's an amazing device, and I got this for free to test it for you. And here I'm unboxing the device. I decided to record how I'm doing that, and then I will give you, hi, by the way, we can see us. I can give you some insights on what I'm using that device for, because at this stage I have not used it, so I could not tell you anything about it. It comes beautiful package from XP Pen, and I think XP Pen usually made drawing tablets for artists, graphic drawing, painting tablets. And I think they now have two, which are not only drawing devices, they are normal Android tablets, but they focus on taking note or drawing. And they have the Magic Notepad, which I'm showing you, and there is also a Magic Drawing Pad. They have a 20-year celebration starting today for 1 month, and you get 20% off each. I don't know if it's of each device, but I think so, but it's definitely 20% of the Magic Notepad. So jump into the description and click on the link, and you can see all their offers during that time. It comes with an instruction manual, and it comes with a charging device, and of course with the XP pen, which I really like. When I'm now talking through this unboxing, I have already used that device a lot, and I can tell you I love it, and I will show you some things I'm using it for. You also get some extra nibs for the tips for the, I'm not sure, is it called tip or nib, for the pen. So if it wears down, you have some to exchange, and of course you can reorder everything from the XP Pen website. I'm already using a tablet with a pen because I like to draw my stamps digitally on a device. And I was always unhappy because of the surface of my tablet, because it was so slippery, and it didn't have any grip. It was not really nice drawing on it, and especially writing was very hard, and I usually never used it for note taking because my handwriting was so ugly on that tablet. And I was really curious at this time to see if this will be different on this tablet, because it has a completely different surface. The notepad has a size of 11 inches and a resolution of 1920 by 1200 pixels, and you have a 6 gigabyte memory space and a 128 gigabyte storage space. I will now show you how I use this notepad for. I really love that this opens like a book, and that the whole thing lays flat, because there is nothing behind and also no camera on the back. So that's what I really like. And I personally have to say that I never use my camera on my other tablet, which I have for years now, and I've never used that camera. Not sure if you can hear the woodpecker in the background. The main thing I use this tablet for is for my planner, and not only for one planner. I use it as it's more a bullet journal. I use it for my recipe collection now. I use it for note taking. I use it, I plan to use it for our holidays to make a little travel sketchbook that I can then print as a PDF, or just upload to a company that prints photo books. And then I have a little travel journal, and I love it because I used to do travel journals in the past, and then I adhered photos and all that stuff. And what often happens after some years, these parts, these images fall apart because the glue does not last as long. And it's also a little bit, a lot to do in holidays, printing photos, and you have to take a printer. And I love to have this with me, and I will use the Jotes app, and that's the app I use the most on this notepad, apart from my reading apps. So I will show them to you later. You can organize everything with the Jotes up in folders. You don't have to. I have my bullet journal here, and I also made a garden planner, which I really love. This Jotes app you could install to every tablet, but with this tablet you get the full version of it, so you don't have to pay extra. You get the full version with every function it has, and that's amazing. You have a full note app where you can change so many things, and I will show that to you. Well, let's start with that travel journal I want to make. I'm going to the plus, and I make a new note, and then you have to have the option to change the cover. But it's not only that you can use the covers they have here. You could also make one that you made a photo of, or you make something in Canva, for example, or I used for this one I used just a photo of my sketchbook spread, because that's my travel journal I wanted to make on our last holidays. That's where I didn't have that notepad, so I could not do it live. I planned to do it afterwards, but I have not done, because I have done so many other things here. I also made the cover for our garden planner with Canva, and here I have some salad recipes. Here I have some recipes how to cook vegetables, and I will change my cover later because I will use just a photo I'm taking on holidays, but for now I will maybe just use that one. And for the paper, that's also really gorgeous. You can make use so many different papers, and I have not seen every single paper they have, but there are a lot, and you can just switch here and find a lot of stuff. You can say how big your journal should be. As this should be a travel journal, I will go to A5, and there you get other, even more papers, I think. Well, no, I think there are not more papers with the A5. The A4 has the most papers because they are separate into different sections. And I'm using A4 when I do my bullet journal or my recipe books, but I think I'm going to use the A5 for the travel journal. I would go for dotted paper or for just a plain white paper. Let's go for the white. Oh no, let's go for the dotted. But you can always switch one of the pages in between to another paper, so you don't have to stay with the dot grid. Yeah, and that's everything. You can now flip through and you have all the pages. Let's say we changed the name of that, and let's call that, we're going to Slovenia this year, and it's from today that our shop is on holidays, by the way. So if you want to order some stamps, you have time until Monday if it's only clear stamps or stencils. And other than that, we will start shipping again after September 5th. So let's go on with the with the notepad. And what you can do here is you can make your own pens and markers, your favorite ones, so you have them always ready to grab. And I don't want to give you a full view of what you can do, just a quick thing how great this is for journaling and why I love it. And what I also really like is that you have that pressure with the pen, so you can do some really nice lettering if you were journaling. What I really like is that one where you can make the dots. For your bullet journal, you have highlighters that do not cover up, that just highlight your stuff, and you can do this all in different colors. Something that's really useful for journaling is the sticker section. And it's not only that, you have stickers that are already there in the app, which is quite nice, but you can use any image as a sticker. You can take photos with the front camera, so maybe from yourself make a sticker from. You can use photos that you just have on your Google Drive and download, and you can use any image on Canva and just download it as a transparent PNG, and you will have a sticker. And I have some of my own stickers already for my bullet journal. And for example, I have these lists that I downloaded from Canva, and you can change them in size. And I have some decorating elements, for example rainbows, which are quite cute. And that's what I really love, because you can make everything into a sticker, and especially for a travel journal that's amazing, because you can decorate your pages as you would do it in real life. But in real life, stickers often do not last as long, and that can be a problem, and that's what I love about that tablet. You can of course add photos if you want to. Just go to the photo album, and then you can, I have downloaded, for example, an owl from Unsplash for drawing, and you can pick if it should be a good photo. So if you do a travel journal with photos, I would do that. Then the size of the file you create will be bigger, but you will have a better quality. And then you can add in that photo, and that is just, yeah, I love that. And I think it's the best way to travel journal, or maybe also what I thought about doing, and I haven't started just because I don't have this for so long, and it's been a bit busy here at the end of the school year with planning our holidays, and also with our garden that we are managing. And here is my garden planner that I've started. I really love it because we have so many vegetables. We have a lot of grown, and some have worked fine, some not so. And I made this paper for the as a backing paper. Oh, I did not show you. You can also use your own pages, not the paper that you get with the app. You can make a paper in Canva, for example, or in any other, whatever app you're using. You can even create a page in here and then save it as an image and then use it on all your journals. I made that garden journal page in Canva, and where I can now note down which tomatoes, for example, I liked, when I have to plant them, and where. And I'm not finished with it. I've just started. And you can also add in hyperlinks. So if you go, okay, I can't because I'm not in the view mode. If you go to the view mode, you can then just read as if this was a book, as if this is an ebook, and that's really nice with the hyperlinks. Here you have an overview on all the pages. So, and you can jump around and add the hyperlinks. I need to add a hyperlink backwards to the menu, to each page. I will do that. And yeah, it's really, I love it. I use it daily. I did my whole bullet journal for July in this on this tablet, because often when things get busy, like it was in July, I don't have the time to fill my bullet journal in a nice way, and I usually just scribble down what I have to do. And here I used that, and I made myself these weekly pages. I think I made them, yeah, I made them in Canva and used them as the pages in this notepad or notebook. And then I just had to, I added these as stickers, the weekdays, and some decoration stickers for the weather. And that's quite nice. And I always changed this page to a just dot grid page and made a cover page for the weeks. And that's what I really enjoyed doing. And I think I will keep my real bullet journal because I love using real pens. But whenever I have a busy time, here I haven't added anything to the top, I will use this because it's perfect. Also, when we are on holidays and have to do some things for work, I will use that as my planner. Okay, I think that was quite a lot, and it's not only about that note app. So let me show you what else I really like to use that for. One great thing about this tablet is the surface. It's like an ebook reader, and it's matte. It's not shiny. I'm not sure if you can see that. And it's great when you are outside, and it's also great when you like to read magazines or ebooks or whatever. And I really like to use it for my Readly, where I read different magazines from time to time, for example about gardening. And I really love to use this now instead of my old tablet because of the surface. It's very more comforting for the eyes. And something you can do if you read at night, for example, you can, with just one button at the top, you can change your mode of the display. We now have the natural color mode. Not sure how it's called, really called, if you have the language in English. I have it in German here. And there is a light color mode, which I will now start, and it always comes with a really nice animation. And if you're turning on the sound, you will also hear a sound. Now we have it a bit more eye comforting, especially when you are reading at night or in the dark. Then I think that's perfect. And you can even turn that into an ebook mode, and that's the ink paper mode. Not sure if you've heard the sound, but there is a nice sound with it. And then we are completely black and white, very, very eye comforting. And of course you can change the light of the tablet, and then it's not as light anymore. So it's perfect for the evenings. Let's turn back to the color mode because that's my favorite. I use it because of the journaling, and I love colors. And that's not the only thing I'm using this tablet for. I used to draw my stamps my stamp designs on my Samsung tablet, which has also a pen, but it has a normal surface, and I only drew the stamps there because I did not enjoy drawing on that tablet, because it was just for the pen, there was no grip. And now if I use this surface with the pen, it's a big difference. Same was with writing. I never used my Samsung tablet as a journal because I could not write very beautifully, and that's how I make my stamps. I use usually some, you can see a little bit, some of my drawings. I put them into this app, that's the Autodesk Sketchbook. It's a free app you can download to all your devices, and I love using that. And that's also really nice about this notepad. It's not only an e-reader, it's a tablet, so you can install tons of apps, all the apps you can find in the App Store. Well, maybe not all of them, because there are always some restrictions with some special apps, but everything you usually need is available for this tablet. And this is how I draw my stamps. And let's put just a new layer here, and usually I turn that around, and I really like that because of the place where the pen is. It's a bit higher at the top, and that's quite nice because then it does not lay 100% flat. It has a little bit of an angle, and that's what I love using. And that's, you can change the pressure in this app. That's a great drawing app. You have different brushes, and now I really love using this to make maybe some of my own stickers for the bullet journal. Let's use another color here for the bullet journal. And you can make your own stickers. For example, I think I already made some weekly stickers, but I have not used them. So you could, let's pick black now, or maybe white. White. It doesn't work. Not sure why that doesn't work. Maybe white doesn't draw over blue. And you can make your own stickers. You could just make this one and then export this as a transparent PNG, and you have a sticker for your note-taking app. And that's what I plan to do for our travel journal. I can make some quick sketches of the landscape in small maybe, and then use these as stickers in my travel journal. And that's a new stamp set that's probably coming in autumn, maybe by the end of November, or maybe end of October or the beginning of November. That will be a new stamp set. I also do my stencils here, and I love it. I'm a big fan of this device, and I'm very happy I was able to try that. Of course, I'm using Canva on this tablet, and what I also really like using, what a game I have never played for years, that's Sudoku, and I really like that. I haven't played since I don't know when, but that's nice because of the pen, and I really like doing that. So I'm a big fan of Sudoku because of the pen and the ability not to type in with my fingers. I can just write down the numbers, and that's really nice. I'm also using, of course, my Kindle app here for ebooks. And what I've made myself a drawing reference book on Canva with the copyright-free images, so you are allowed to use them. And here I've just made a little ebook in Canva. It's a PDF, and where I have just kept images, so I can draw from them and I don't have to search for images. But of course, in Canva I really have a lot of books, which some of them I like, some of them not so much. One of my favorites are these from Angela Harding, and I haven't opened it on this tablet, so it takes a while to download. She is a printmaker and she makes the most beautiful prints, and I love her books, and that's what I really like using this tablet for my Kindle app. Why doesn't it open? There it is. And of course I would not read a small book just with a story, because without images, because that would be too heavy, I think. There I have a small ebook reader, but especially if you have some art books or instruction books with images, that's amazing to have this on a tablet, and you don't have to buy it as a paper book. Yeah, and you can see it's so nice to flip through, and yeah, I just love it. Don't forget about the sale they have going on their website from XP Pen, and I will give you, of course, all the links in the video description. I'm using my Lightroom photo app because then I can take photos with my mobile device, and then it will automatically be here available in my Lightroom, and I can just export it to this tablet, and then I can use it for journaling. And that's a quick and easy way to do that. I'm using my Google apps, Google Maps. I sometimes go on the internet. I have our library app on there because we can use it also on the tablet for some books. Not a lot, but there are some available. I'm watching YouTube here. Yeah. I have my Google Calendar here. It's a very nice notepad, and you find all the apps you have in one menu. I would always say on the back of the tablet, but it's actually not on the back. And yeah, it's when you do that and you find all your apps. And it's the same as every other tablet. You have your notifications here. You have a lot of settings here. Oh, there it is. Everything you have on any Android device. Yeah, I think that's not everything, but I'm not sure, maybe I will make another video and show you my travel journal, but usually do not share private images online, so it's a bit difficult. I really can't wait to use this on holidays and to make my first travel sketchbook, photo book, whatever, and then I hopefully will do this more regularly every day. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We will see us next Wednesday for a new artsy video. I hope I could inspire you a little bit, and I hope we will see us next time. Bye.